NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. We're at Vivint Smart Home Arena in downtown Salt Lake City. Tonight, it'll be the Utah Jazz taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. The Sixers control the tap. Simmons to Anthony. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Here's Rubio up top. He'll run the offense. Great pass to set it up. Wide open look. Another follow. Still no good. Embiid. Beyond the arc for three. Can't get the bounce. Rubio into the front court. Looking to make something happen. To Joe Ingles. Grayson Allen. To Rubio. 4-3. He keeps getting better from the outside. Ricky Rubio knocks it down.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Gets a look. Can't hit.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Took it down the lane, but it's no good. Butler into the front court. Down three. Here's a chance from long range. Rebounds pulled in by Gobert. Finishing inside the paint on that one. Simmons. Oh, good defense by the Jazz as they come away with the steal.
Now push it. Let's attack in transition so we can build this lead.
Shot from the lane won't go. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
That probably won't be the last time we see a dunk from him tonight. Maybe sometimes you should send a message. Give him a hard foul. Don't let it be so easy.
Anthony, a shot, no good.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Ricky Rubio, 2 for 3 now here in the first. Sixers call for time as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. Simmons to Embiid. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
You have to understand something. I do not care that you're 1 of 6 from the field. The only statistic that matters is the final score.
Grayson Allen to Joe Ingles. To Rubio. Whoa, look what I found.
You know it's a bad block when somebody snatches the ball out of the air. Wow.
And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Jazz have the ball. Rubio picked up by Carmelo Anthony. To Joe Ingles. The drive right to the basket. That is great vision to set it up. You've got to get that one to go. Another follow. Stays out. To Butler. Yes. And the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Jimmy Butler at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 83% free throw shooter. Free throw good as he finishes off the three-point play. They're back within a bucket. Utah ball to Favors. Oubre. Probing the defense. Work it down to Favors. To Gobert. Get the cameras out. Flat.
Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Has a look. That's rebounded by Embiid. To Fultz. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Jazz will take a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. Time for some new personnel into the game. In a flash, scores at the rim.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Markelle Fultz to Redick. Fires the three, buries it on the catch and shoot.
That shot was nice, but that pass, that was the real highlight. Good teams always find a way to get the best shot available.
To Kelly Oubre. Embiid says not this time.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Looking to push. Fultz into the front court. Shot clock turned off as they get a chance to build their lead. Oh, you could sense that coming.
There is a premium market for players with that type of hand-eye coordination.
Long heave from three-quarters court. That ends the first quarter. It's the Sixers out in front. One quarter in the books. This has the potential to be a good one.
Well, both teams had their rhythm. They established the tempo that they wanted to play at. But ultimately, something has to give. Some team has to draw a line in the sand.
Ah, the monster stuff. Gotta love the rim rockers.
Gotta be careful, though. Don't hang on the rim too long. You might get a tee.
Butler to bring it up. It's a one-point game, 13-12. To Redick. Butler. Jimmy Butler. That's three now on 4 shots.
And they're relentless with these long shots. It just seems like their spacing is perfect, and they come down, they know exactly where they want to be, and they're shooting the ball without hesitation.
Oubre. Driving right to the basket. Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Deep right corner. Jimmy Butler for two. Wide open. Too easy. You can't give him that look.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Blocked by Butler.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Here comes the screen. Runner's good there.
I wasn't necessarily sure which way that PNR was going, but I guess neither was the defense. That makes two of us.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Rebound comes down to Favors. The shot blocked by Anthony.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Nice finish at the rim.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Sixers have the basketball. To the basket is Butler, but he can't finish. To Favors. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
They've got it in the open floor. Butler for two. It's Crowder with the rebound.
I got this play on. Let's go.
Here comes the screen. Down low, Crowder. Stuffs it down with authority. Now whistle and a timeout for Philadelphia as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Butler. Oh, not a good pass there as it's stolen by Utah.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Trying to cash in. Knocks it down from mid-range.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Hey, big screen right there, big screen.
To Allen. Fires the three. Steps out and hits.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Simmons to Anthony. Has a chance, and he buries it. Jay, mixed opinions with Carmelo Anthony. How will you remember his career?
Well, as of right now, he's a catch-and-shoot type player. But for me personally, Carmelo Anthony will go down as one of the greatest isolation players of all time. Back in his Denver days, his earlier New York Knicks days, there was nobody better in an isolated set than CA.
Joe Ingles. Here comes the screen. To Joe Ingles. Lets it fly from long range. Cleans it up. It's denied by Embiid. That's out. Last touch by Joel Embiid. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Grayson Allen. To Rubio. Has a look. Wide open look, won't go. To Fultz. From long range. Markelle Fultz forcing that one there. Well defended. Here's Rubio into the front court. Leads 5. And count the basket.
That boy's living his best life.
Fultz. They go down low to Anthony. Yes, Carmelo Anthony. 2 of 4 now.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
To Gobert. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Sixers control it. Cleans it up and draws the foul.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Trying to cash in. Won't go. He needs some work on his side given how they're defending. No time left in this quarter. Jazz have the lead.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jalen Rose, and this is your EA Sports Halftime Report. The Jazz entered halftime with a solid lead. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. Have a look at the leading scores. For the Utah Jazz, the 76ers were in need of a bit more scoring if they wanted the halftime lead. They've got the break to figure some things out. And trust me, they've got a few things to figure out. Still, it's not like they're totally out of this game. These are the guys getting buckets. For the Philadelphia 76ers,
Game track. Bench points.
the Philadelphia 76ers are getting enough bench production in this contest. Their reserves need to step up and start making an impact in this game.
Player of the half. Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
Utah with the possession. Rubio to Allen. To Rubio. And he adds the free throw. For three. That no good. Off the mark. To Butler. Rubio to Favors. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
I don't think I could do that on the 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Jimmy Butler, with that shot, he's 5 for 8.
You know, every time I watch Jimmy Buckets, the tenacity he plays with on the defensive end, it just reconfirms the fact that he's been named an All-Star 4 times. He shot a career best 47% from the field in 2017-18. So when you think about trying to lock him up, you have to limit his touches, and you have to force him to catch the ball with his back to the basket. Make him put the ball down on the ground and make contested shots, because if you don't, Jimmy Butler will cut you apart.
Favors with the rebound. Grayson Allen to Favors. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
The okie doke. Let's see if he'll try that one again.
Oh, Ben Simmons. He has struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5.
Underutilized, underutilized, underutilized. Am I getting my point across? Let's see more of that.
It's Jazz ball. Rubio to Allen. Screen coming. Probing the defense. Grayson Allen to Rubio. Shot from the lane won't go. To Embiid. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
Can we take a second to talk about the most gregarious personality in the NBA? We don't trust in the process. No. We're beyond the process. Joel Embiid has emerged as this generation's Shaquille O'Neal, and he's done it in a variety of ways. He's a dominant big who doesn't shy away from the physicality of the game. Probably the reason why he was up for Defensive Player of the Year. And also, he has a personality that baits you into a conversation, whether you like it or not, and he's pretty hysterical. This kid is going to be a star in the league for years to come, and you better pay attention to what he has to put down.
To Favors. Rubio. To Allen. Here comes the screen. Favors. And he connects at the line. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here comes some changes. Rubio. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Jay Crowder trying to cash in on a three-point play. For his career, 79% at the line. Free throw try and a putback slam.
I don't know if it was so much the bounce or the vertical. I think it was more so the reach. That's what happens when you have a 7+ wingspan.
Fultz with the basketball. His guy's down 11. Markelle Fultz. Consistent effort. He's at 50%.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Rubio sizing up Butler. Count the basket at the rim.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Here's Rubio up top. Lead stands at 7. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat five. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Utah's got it. Rubio to Favors. Deep two there, won't go.
This game is all about the small victories, though. The execution on that play was on point. You keep executing like that, those shots are going in eventually.
Blocked by Butler.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. Rubio to Joe Ingles. Down to 5 on the 24. Gobert to Rubio. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, and the rebound to Johnson. Has a chance. Off the mark. Well contested.
It's so important to instill confidence in your best player. I know he missed a shot earlier, but that doesn't mean that you can't run the same exact play and let him prove he's a player he thinks he is, and we all know he is.
Redick. He engulfed him that time. A shot at the buzzer. There's the buzzer. 3 quarters complete. The Jazz out in front. It's been a compelling game so far. The 4th quarter is underway.
Scores 100 points tonight. Everyone gets free pizza.
Short jumper won't fall. To Rubio. Screen coming. Grayson Allen. Good look that time, but off the mark. And Jimmy Butler. Not that time.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
Rubio to Allen. Beyond the arc for 3. That's off the side of the rim, short.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Rubio defended by Melo. To Allen. And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
There's a very fine line between maximum effort and carelessness. I'm willing to live with a few mistakes and maximal effort than having to constantly remind my players to close out.
Can't connect on the first free throw. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Butler. And he can't get it to go down. It's no good.
I got ball. That's up, baby.
Drive on the baseline, but his shot stays out. Here comes the screen. Why even try that time?
I'm going to start calling him the windshield wiper, just erasing all the mistakes.
Oh, they call goaltending. Count it. New blood coming in for both sides. Straight on look. 4-3. That won't go. To Anthony. Over to the right side. Redick Defenders could lose sleep with this guy. J.J. Redick, well defended, still knocks it down.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
To Joe Ingles. Here's a chance from long range. Cleans it up. Slams it home on the putback.
Not really known for attacking the glass, but I like that hustle. We need to see more of that.
Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
I'm watching the coach's reaction right now, and I'll tell you, he's not going to be happy about that. The game comes down to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.
And hits the first free throw.
For Utah, number 3, Ricky Rubio.
Goes 2 for 2.
Shot. Get it, shoot it again.
Rubio into the front court. Leads one. To Gobert. Scores from the post.
You've heard it before. Slow and steady wins the race. This approach might be working out after all.
Simmons to Embiid. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Joel Embiid at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 77% at the line. Unable to connect on the free throw. To Rubio. Ricky Rubio, now 4 for 9.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Anthony. And the rebound taken in by the Jazz. Jazz have the ball. Down to Gobert. Substitution being made in this one.
Number 24.
Ben Simmons. He's 3 for 7.
I know this for a fact, Ed. Ben Simmons wanted to channel his inner Bill Russell during the NBA Awards as he stood up on that stage accepting that Rookie of the Year trophy, looking down at all the people that hated on him and didn't think that after a year of being injured that he can come back and be the one that everybody thought he could be. One of only 7 players in NBA history to lead his team to 50-plus wins while accepting the Rookie of the Year trophy.
The drive right to the basket. Driving's Rubio, but he can't get it to fall.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
J.J. Redick. He's 3 of 5, 60% shooting from the field.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Now a whistle and a timeout for Utah. They trail by 1. Who's it going to be as they get ready for the final shot? doesn't get the bounce. Embiid. That misses with 3 seconds left. We get a whistle and a foul with 1 second to go. It's not in the bag yet, but it would take a real meltdown for this to slip away.
This is a close game, and possessions are at a premium. That's a good move to stop the clock.
Knocks down the first. Able to convert on both free throws. Jazz will take a timeout. They're going to have to draw something up for an open look at a three. Deep three at the buzzer. The Sixers are victorious as they win this one by 3. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The 76ers edged out a close victory in today's game. No one should be surprised that we're highlighting all of the shots that were blocked in this contest. It's just amazing how one swat can fire up a team, and even their coach. The Jazz lost a tight one today, and you can see the disappointment. They shot exceptionally well from beyond the arc, but even that long-range efficiency wasn't enough for them to get the win. Check out the leading scores for the Utah Jazz.
Game track. 3-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not.
Player of the game.
Joel Embiid could not have been more impressive in this game. The way he scored the basketball looked like he was playing with kids in high school.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. Top plays, and we've got 3 of them for you.
Number 2. Number 1.
preview of the upcoming games for the Utah Jazz. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.